And we're off. Coming to you live from a magic/miserable Monday in the sack.
I was thinking about this before Thomas started the hint that we might be doing a Man Up Monday. And here's the thing. Given what has transpired with our respective teams, for those you don't know, start in the middle, work your way out, the past 24 hours, one could argue this is our first unofficial, official Mayhem Monday. Because it is mayhem. Because on the one hand, you have the magic of the 8-2 Patriots, who went into a place yesterday and won a game most experts thought they weren't going to win.
And I should have picked them.
And I should have picked them too, but I didn't think they were going to do what they did, and I said it on the air, and then they did it.
Dude, they handled them.
It shouldn't have been that close.
No, they handled them. Like, if he doesn't throw that pick,
they just take the 3.
I mean,
it doesn't even.
It doesn't get to
where it was. But again, then on the last drive they just bent over because it was over and let them go down the field and made it interesting, which I don't understand what that was all about.
My favorite part of that, is it Henderson?
For who? The running back?
Yeah.
Oh, Travion Henderson.
When he looks to the sideline,
goes, should I score? That just tells you.
And Vrabel
Vrabel tells him to go.
Talk about being bought in.
We'll talk about beware
to what the coach wants.
Yeah. Like team over individual.
And that guy's a rookie?
Team over individual.
That's the Ohio State kid, right? Mm-hmm. I mean,
that's the kid.
That was pretty awesome.
That is the kid who ran roughshod through the college football playoff last year and led Ohio State to that national title. He is a champion. And
when did you guys get him?
He was our second round pick. And here's the thing. Our first round pick, our second round pick, and our third round pick were all on display yesterday, and they all contributed. The Patriots' offensive line yielded 1 sack. That's a vast improvement over the last 3 weeks when they were averaging 5.5.
Well, especially against that defense.
Against that defense that blitzes from everywhere. Todd Bowles blitzes more than anyone, 1 sack. That's the first thing. The second thing is the guy we talked about, the enigma, where is he? Kyle Williams. Again, it was 1 target.
First quarter.
Yeah, but it tied the game.
I know.
That changed the game.
Is it 50-yarder?
No, 72. Jesus. Their longest play in 4 years.
Dude, you guys had like 4 50-yard plays.
Well, because the third round pick had a 55 and a 69.
Who was the third round?
That's Henderson, the running back of Ohio State.
So Williams was the second round pick?
No, I'm sorry. Henderson is the second round pick. Williams is the third round
okay.
pick. So if you look at what happened yesterday, their first 3 picks contributed to that win mightily. Wow. And this is the thing about Vrabel's coaching, is that to his point about them buying in, when your second round pick is looking over as he's running away from, this is how fast this kid is. He's 10 yards ahead of everybody. He's like, do you want me to slide? He's just trying to do the right thing.
He starts cutting across the field.
To try and make it interesting, I guess.
To make sure, so that he can make a decision. Because if he had just kept running, he had no time.
But the fact that he had the wherewithal, to his point, about being bought in, that tells you the coaching job.
You're trusting in your coach.
This is what Vrabel and McDaniels and the other guy have done with this team. They are 8-2, boys and girls.
Vrabel puts his arms up like,
go,
touchdown.
Get it. Don't stop. And so I listen. And everybody, here's the thing. Everybody across the football world noticed this play, not just because of its sheer. Tell you what, these 2 guys, the Patriots and Orlovsky said it, breakaway speed. The Patriots have something they have not had since Randy Moss. Breakaway fucking speed. And they've got 2 of them. Okay? And they both were on display against that defense yesterday.
So did you say Kyle Williams only got 1 target?
1 target, 1 catch, 72-yard touchdown. And it changed the game because up until that point, the Patriots weren't doing much on offense. That was the play that opened up the offense.
So the threat of that happening again.
Well, I'm just telling you,
everything else?
Drake May made and the other thing, that throw he made.
I didn't see it.
It was a crossing pattern. The defender, by the way, is 1 step. He's there. From the back end zone camera, he looks covered. May throws him open. I mean, he caught it as a receiver. This is textbook. It's right here. You're in full sprint, and it's right fucking there. He caught it, and he turned, and he was gone. And he outran 3 people to the pylon, 2 of which had an angle on him that didn't matter.
Yeah, see, I had the 4 square on, so I'm watching the Giants, and I happen to look up as he's breaking away.
Yeah.
And all I'm going is, that's Kyle Williams. Holy shit, that's Kyle Williams.
We were talking about this in here. What is Vrabel going to do with Kyle Williams? I want to see it. When I saw that, I'm like, maybe we should have picked the Pats. Because I said, I hope Vrabel. See, I said, and you could. This episode is on the air. It's segment 2. I said on the air, I hope Vrabel is thinking what I'm thinking. We got to get this kid in the game plan somehow because they need his speed. And again, it was one play, but sometimes all it takes is one play. And that play, Uncle Mo jumped sidelines and never went back. That play changed the game. Okay, now the play that actually won the game was at the end of the first half when on 4th down, May threw a seed and Stephon Hall of Fame Diggs made a Hall of Fame play. And that catch was everything every Hall of Fame receiver is all about. 2 hands, pointed high, tap, tap, both feet down. The defender was right there. It didn't matter. It's a perfect throw. It's a perfect catch. That's 2 great players making a great play against very good defense.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where the magic is. Now we turn to the misery. But again, there's a silver lining to this misery. This now.
Well, this is what I like to call
this former now.
This
former
is what I
Giant
like to
coach.
call Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
Okay, because that's what it is. It is a Broadway show of an absolute train wreck. The Giants basically dominated the game.
They were winning
for 3
that game
quarters.
again.
3.5 quarters, 10-point lead. I was really annoyed in the 4th quarter when they're up 7, and they get the ball. I think it's so they had been up 10, right? They went up 10 at the start of the second.
It was 20 to 10.
Yeah, they went 17-7.
17-7 at one point. Yes.
Then it might have been 20 to 10.
Yep.
But at one point in the 4th quarter, Chicago had kicked a field goal, so they were up 7.
2013.
Dart's already out of the game because he's running around like an idiot. And part of that's on Daboll, too, for the play he's calling.
Play call.
But, Dart, I'm not getting on Dart. He's young,
he's a rookie.
he's a little dumb.
He's doing what his coach is telling him to do, by the way.
Well, the thing is, he's running into a scrum of defenders holding the ball like this.
Yeah, a loaf of bread.
Come on, dude.
Loaf. Keyword, loaf. Okay.
First of all, you're not strong enough to do that.
Nope.
Second of all, even the strongest running backs aren't strong enough to do that. Cover the ball and go down. You're not. I don't want you going through the dummies. What's that thing where they run through the doom doom doom?
Oh, it's the drill. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's all about
Quarterbacks
protecting
don't
the
do
ball.
that.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No.
So cover the ball and go down. All right.
And by the way, Josh Allen, they call him Superman in Buffalo, did the same thing and he coughed it up.
Yeah.
Against Daboll, he coughed it up.
Dude, you're not prepared for that.
You got to go down. You
Go
got to know when to go
down.
down. These quarterbacks aren't as much as they want to be running backs.
They're not.
They might be as fast as some of them, but they don't run like them.
Yeah.
They're not trained to.
Yeah.
They're just not.
And they don't have the ball skills in
They don't have
terms of like when to switch.
This
when
is what I'm
to,
talking about. They're not trained to run
yeah.
like a running back.
Yeah.
This is why I always laugh when Lamar Jackson runs around. He's holding the ball like this. No, it's a fucking Nerf football game in the street.
Loaf
It's
of
like,
bread.
what are you doing? Like And again, people wonder why he's never got to a title game.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
And the thing is, the reason he got the concussion is he's holding it like this, a DB or safety, pops his arm,
it out,
goes down, the ball goes up,
And he smacks.
he reaches up to grab it, and somebody from behind just slams his face into the ground.
tattoos him.
Now, if he covers the ball and just goes down, it doesn't happen.
Doesn't, nope.
But anyway, he's out, and of course, Jameis Winston isn't in. Russell, Hall of Fame Wilson's in.
Russell, let me see how I can fuck this
Yeah.
up. Wilson
God.
is in the game.
Jesus Christ.
Russell, bend over
Russell,
and
dear
take it up the
God.
tailpipe, Wilson.
Russell, dear God Wilson.
Dear God
So
Wilson.
they bring him in, and here's the crazy part. The Giants are running all over these motherfuckers.
Go look at the stats on this.
handoff, bang, 10 yards. Handoff, 12 yards. And they get down to the goal line. They go to kick the field goal, I think from the 1.
Yeah.
And Chicago commits a penalty.
Yep.
So now they get half the distance to the goal. But even from the 1. So from the half-yard line, 4th and goal, up 7, he goes, let's make it a 2-possession game. Let's kick a field goal.
Kick the field goal.
But why? What are you playing? Why are you playing conservative? You need to play aggressive, okay? And stop playing not to lose. From the half-yard line, every team in the league does the tush-push and scores from there. Or you just look at the entire drive where you gash them on every run play.
This is
you
what I
just
don't
fucking
understand.
did.
If you were
why don't you
getting-
get in the fucking
If you were
end
getting
zone?
7 to 10 a pop, why did you suddenly?
Dude, the whole game we averaged over 5 yards a carry.
Why are you getting gun shy on the 1-yard line?
And
I understand Scatterbo's not there, but you were ripping him. Without him.
Dude, and a half yard, you can't get a half yard.
If you can't get a half yard, you're a terrible.
Exactly.
football. I mean, it's just Let's be honest.
So I heard some people argue, no, kicking the field goal was the right play. And I'm just like, dude, it's a QB sneak and you're in. You end up losing by 3 points. If you get that touchdown,
You're up.
You're up one, you win.
You win by 1.
or you force them, they can't tie you with the field goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was infuriating. I think that
You
got
said
him
it.
fired.
It's playing not to
not to
lose,
lose.
which is the fastest way to lose.
But here's the thing:
And-
you're playing not to lose when you have nothing to lose,
Other
and
than your
that's why
job.
the guy's gone.
Other than your job.
No, but that
you've now
that
lost.
cost him his job.
But that's what. Look at
Playing
Tom,
like that all year
Tom,
cost him his
Tom,
job.
That is fitting.
Yeah, no, it's true.
That there was the straw that broke the camel's back. He was
Yeah.
fired within 24 hours because even those idiots
Yeah.
in the front office are like, we can't do this anymore. We just can't cover or pretend to act like you've lost 5 games you should have won already.
Yeah.
And again, not with a bunch of ifs and buts and coffee and nuts. They legitimately should have 5 more wins.
They
right
shit
now.
the bed in 5
They
games.
shit the bed. They lost 5 games by themselves.
Even if you wanted to be conservative, okay,
Call it 3.
they could be 5-5.
Yeah, call it 3.
At
They should be
worst.
5-5 at the
At
very
worst.
At the very worst, they should be 5-5. They should be 5-5 because they lost neighbors. They lost in Scatterville. They should be 5-5 because of that.
Yeah.
That I can live with.
Yeah.
Okay, but this, no. And I knew, it's funny. I've been saying this guy should be. He's been saying for 2 years. I jumped on the bandwagon after the Denver game, going, this motherfucker needs to go.
Yeah.
This is it. I've seen too much of this now. It's that, and again, they waited one more game. What's one more game at this point, I guess. But
Well,
I mean,
the
like,
season's done. The season's
it's
been
over.
done.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't bring back your quarterback either. I'll tell you why. Because here's the thing:
Your quarterback.
he should not play another down this year. It's over. And I'll tell you why. You should be. I'll tell you why. This job is the most attractive job on the market, and if you add a top 5 pick to it, you're going to have your pick of the litter. You've got the quarterback, you've got the running back, you've got the front 4, you've got the receiver. A lot of shit is already in place. You have to find the right coaching staff. Now, here's the thing. He and I have been joking all day about, they're going to call Vrabel and seduce him. Here's what I would do.
Somebody said McCarthy.
Here's what I would do. No, here's what I would do. I would take note, because the thing is, we've been talking about all year how the Giants, and by the way, when the season started, the NFL now ranked the Giants front 4 second or third in the whole league. You have to get a defensive-minded coach, but you have to hire a stud offensive coordinator and let that guy cook.
Yeah.
That's the Patriots' formula. Vrabel is a defensive coach, but he lets Josh run that offense. And yes, he sits in the meetings, and yes, he makes recommendations, but that's Josh McDaniels' offense. And Vrabel will be the first one to tell you that. Now, Vrabel makes the call, and when they're going to go for it, he does it, but Josh is calling the plays. Josh is an excellent game caller. He's proving it again. He might be the best game caller in the game. Because every time they need to, dude, the fucking 3rd and whatever, they throw it late in the game. He throws a 50-yard bomb to Hollins down the right sideline, fucking hits him in stride, and then he texts me, that son of a bitch throws a great deep ball.
Oh my God,
it's
it's
like
beautiful.
beautiful. But McDaniels dials that up because he knew. He's like, you know what? We're going to send this guy long because they think he's a possession receiver. Right now they got a slot corner on him, and the slot corner is usually your slowest corner. Okay, he's usually covering a tight end or running. He's not covering the one or the 2 wides. That's why he's in the slot. They call him a nickelback. So McDaniel sees this and goes, "We're going to send the 6'4" kid long," and boom, hits him right on the fucking hands. And that was all Josh McDaniels.
Yeah.
He is a great game caller.
All right, so
if
how
I'm the
this?
Giants,
How about
this
this?
is the formula they got to find.
Right. How about this? So somebody that I listened to in New York said this. Evan Roberts. He's my Mets guy.
This has been stirred right now. This is delicious.
He said.
Delicious. Succulent.
So he predicted Mike Tomlin.
Defensive-minded coach. You're halfway there.
And
But-
so here's the thing. I think
I like that idea.
Yeah, I do too.
I do.
But now you got to root for the Steelers to shit the bed.
But here's the thing. You've got to say, here's the deal, Mike. You're the coach, but you better find one of the innovative offensive guys with this kid. We're not going to play the Ben Roethlisberger offense here. No. Here's
You
the deal.
need the next
You
Sean
need that.
McVay
Yeah, you got to find
at
that, or the Josh McDaniels.
Josh
You got to
McDaniels,
find
yeah.
that dude.
Yeah.
And trust me, there's enough of these talented fucking little 20-something-year-olds on these that are sitting there in the booth right now calling them. There's enough of them where you could find one of them.
Yeah.
But if I'm the Giants, I would be calling Tomlin. Obviously, wait till the season is over. But I'm calling Tomlin the day Pittsburgh is out. I'm going, look, you're going to have the run of the ship. Our only request is you got to find an innovative coordinator because we got an offense here that's ready to run,
Yeah.
and that can get you a Super Bowl. But we got to find the right coordinator. And can't because
Yeah.
we're not going to watch Ben Roethlisberger 2.0 on this one. This is a modern day offense. This is the thing.
Yeah.
We got to find that guy and let's work together to do it. Because to me, and if it's not Thomas, it's going to be somebody like that, a defensive-minded coach
Vrabel,
who will
that
Vrabel,
kind
a
of-
guy
yeah.
like that who knows when to make adjustments on defense. Because his undoing wasn't just his conservative play calling; he had no understanding of defense, none. That was what a waste of talent on that defense. You got a guy who's second in the league in sacks. You'd never find. In fact, he's tied for first now. This Burns kid.
Dude.
No one knows who the fuck
Dude,
he
he
is.
has 11 sacks.
Yeah.
Do you know how much the whole defense has?
21.
I mean, that's insane. Yesterday, they didn't sack Caleb Williams once. They touched him like 10 fucking times.
Because
And-
they don't know how to dial up a blitz.
Yeah.
They don't know when. They don't know who to send it from where. They don't know how to disguise coverage. Anybody, here's the problem, and I've noticed this. Any quarterback playing against the Giants secondary doesn't have to think too much. Because they're not.
There's
They
no
don't.
pressure.
Well, it's not just that. They don't disguise anything. There is no creativity. They play a base nickel. They play a base dime. They play a base coverage. There's no anything. There's no creativity. There's nothing. If you look at Vrabel's defenses, all of a sudden a blitz comes from the backside. All of a sudden a blitz comes up the middle. All of a sudden it's like, and it's not. There's no rhyme or reason to it, other than down and
Well,
distance.
there is for them.
Well, for Vrabel, because he knows what to do and when to do it.
Right. When will this surprise
Yeah, when will they not be looking for it? And Todd Bowles is very much like this, which is what made Drake's performance even more in the offensive line, because this guy blitzes as much as Atlanta, and historically he blitzes more than any defense player in the league. Okay, his numbers bear that out. The fact that the Patriots were
defense
able,
is fucking legit.
the fact that the Patriots were able to give Drake May enough time to make enough plays, and they ran for $166.
Dude, your defense is legit.
The defense is top 10. It
Remember
is.
when
It's
you
playing
texted me and
top
you go, "This is how fucking Tampa's won 6 games or whatever." the
Yep,
fuck
because
it
it was one
was."
score.
And I was like, "Their defense can win it."
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, I flip back and fucking Henderson's running him. I'm
But
like, what
before
the fuck?
that all of a sudden, where did that fucking blitz come from?
Oh yeah, they sacked him.
All of a sudden, they go for
Bang,
it.
bang,
It's
bang.
4th and 2. All of a sudden,
Yes.
2 fucking guys shoot the gap around the
3
center.
guys just
Yeah,
mad.
and May didn't even get to look down the field. He was like, fuck, and tried to run and couldn't get out of it. Like, again, well timed. They didn't see it coming. Like, the Giants got to find a guy like that.
You need a coach that elevates players with the way they call the game and
Yeah.
the way they teach the fucking game.
Yeah.
Right now, Abdul Carter is a ghost.
They're
on
wasting
the
this kid.
He's a
I don't
ghost.
blame him anymore. I was with you for about half the season, but again, I kept watching this fucking boob, this now former Giants coach, fuck this up, and I'm like, this guy doesn't have clue on how to coach defense.
Yeah, well, he's
So to
obviously
me,
not showing them
that
what
to
do in
me
the
that
NFL.
absolves that kid of everything, because it's no different than a coach who doesn't know how to coach a quarterback. It's no different. It's just the opposite of it.
Well, here's the thing that I keep seeing, and I don't know that this is the case because I don't know football that well. I don't know it the way I know baseball. But
Fair enough.
so in terms of technique and all that stuff, I don't know. But to me, it looks like a kid who dominated everybody in college because he was stronger and faster, and now he's in the NFL, and he needs strategy, technique combined with his strength and speed. And every play, he dives inside and disappears.
This is what I'm saying. We talked about this on the show Saturday when Belichick was coaching the Patriots. In the first part of that, we had William McGinnis. They played the elephant position. He was a big edge rusher like this kid. William McGinnis never lined up in the same spot on 3rd down. If he was here on 3rd down, on the next one he was over here. On the next one he was up the middle. On the next one he was back as a nickel, and then he would rush from there. Like, he was never in the same place twice. This kid, I watched a half of this, by the way. So this is my only evidence, but it was a half. He was in the same
Always on the
spot
edge.
on the same side of the field the entire half. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. So in other words, the offense doesn't have to account for him because he's always in the same spot. So they just chip him, run a second, he's done. That's it. They don't have to do anything else. He's not. Oh wait, he's over here on this play, but then on this play he's over here, and there's none of that. He doesn't motion over. He doesn't shift. He comes from the same side on every play. That's what I saw for an entire half. And I suspect, given he has half a sack, that's been going on all season.
Well, and of course he got his first full sack yesterday.
Did he?
And it was nullified by a defensive holding call in the secondary. Deontay Banks, way to go, baby. Dude, they have
It was nullified.
right now, one of their starting corners because of injuries is Deontay Banks. This guy was a first-round pick a couple years ago Joe Shane traded up to get him, and he's only playing now
Because
the guy who was starting, who was originally a backup,
but
is hurt.
but beat him out.
He's hurt. So you traded up
to get a guy.
to get a corner in the first round. You pick a corner in the first
He
round.
should be a stud.
I mean,
Gonzalez.
like they always hit.
Gonzalez.
They always hit.
Actually, they don't always hit. But
Dude, but a
the
lot.
majority,
I mean-
I'd say 85% of the time he's right.
Yeah, maybe
I've
right.
seen
Maybe-
one or
maybe
two.
they don't know.
I've seen
Obviously they don't know.
no. The majority of the time they do.
I mean, it
There's a
wasn't.
couple
it
of
wasn't
one-offs.
A top 10 corner.
No,
So
but first round corners generally hit.
they should be. I mean, they shouldn't be unplayable 3 years in.
Well, the thing about a shutdown corner is he's a shutdown corner. So all you have to tell him is, see that guy right there? Blanket him. You have no other responsibilities whatsoever.
Yeah, that's
And
not
the
what
kid-
this is.
That's not what this is, though. Most of these guys need a little help.
But if you trade into the first round for a corner,
again,
he should be that.
So Daboll was the head coach when they drafted that kid?
Yeah.
I rest my case. Because that's 2 first-round picks that we're well aware of that have done nothing under his tutelage.
There's video now
That's all
of
I'm
them
saying.
trying to draft Jalen Hyatt in the second round. I mean, Jalen Hyatt was a third-round pick. He won that Best Receiver award.
Yeah,
He's
Disappeared.
unplayable.
disappeared.
Unplayable.
Again, all this guy knows how to do apparently is quarterback.
And the GM still has his job.
The GM, well, look, if the GM better hire the right coaching staff because you
They
just
better
named-
get this
you
fucking
just-
GM outta
You have
here.
just named 3 first-round draft picks or higher draft picks rather that have disappeared.
Okay, but if he's gonna blame that on the coach, I have a
Then
problem.
this is on him.
I have a problem with that.
Well, did he blame the coach?
He's still there.
It doesn't mean he blamed them. Did this firing come from the GM or the owner? I think it was the owner.
The owner, yeah,
Okay.
I would think so.
So, and again, we have no evidence of this.
But if you were the
But-
owner, wouldn't you say, "Hey, GM,
Well,
get
what
the
I
fuck out"?
no, what I would say to the GM is, you got one more shot at this, and if you don't hire the next, if you miss on the coaching staff again, you're gone. That's what. If he's not firing him, that's what I hope he said. I don't know that he said that. Maybe he was oblivious and said nothing. But the fact is, he made one right decision. He fired the bonehead that was fucking this all up.
No, the owner
But
did.
The owner did. I'm saying the GM didn't though. So I'm thinking the owner had a conversation with the GM, going, "Listen, you're next. So you better get this right." You don't know.
It's been too long now.
Then what do you think it is?
What do you mean? What do I think?
What do you think it is? If it's not, if he didn't
I
give,
think they're
if he didn't
scared.
give,
I think they're scared to remove both positions of leadership and just
Why?
have an absolute shit show for the
why?
last 7
If you're
years.
convinced, if he's not the guy, then why not? You're gonna clean house,
Well, motherfucker, I said fire him last year. So I'm not arguing that. I'm saying
Well,
this
I'm
is why I
saying-
think they didn't.
Well, here's why I think they didn't. I think he gave him an ultimatum.
That's ridiculous.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because now they've fired 2 head coaches in 3 years.
right.
No, it is not.
Now, you can't give this guy a third strike.
Well, he's still there, so maybe he did.
He made the Saquon
Hold on,
Barkley decision.
hold on. Yeah, well,
he made the Daniel Jones
And you know what? And here's the
decision.
problem. Your owner didn't fire him after any of that, and he should have.
Right.
Okay then, so now you gotta tell me you didn't give him an ultimatum? If he's dumb enough not to fire him for that shit, you tell me he's not dumb enough to give him
No,
an
but you're
ultimatum?
telling me the ultimatum's a good choice. I'm telling you
Yeah,
it's bad.
he's got to have the right choice. If he misses on the head coach, first of all, these kids have shown they can play. These last 3 kids, neighbors, the quarterback at Scatterbo, they can fucking play. All 3 of them are all pro caliber players. He knows he's got them. So the next coach better get the most out of them. And that front 4 that everybody was raving about, which has been 21 sacks. That front 4, fuck you. And that kid coming off the edge that they just drafted, 21 sacks. No, fuck you. You better get this right, or your ass is mine. I will be
It should
firing
already
you.
be his.
He didn't do it, so I'm saying hopefully he gave him an ultimatum.
Well, yeah, sure.
I don't think it's a fear
I mean,
thing. It might just be a stupidity
I
thing.
don't think it's hopefully. Obviously, if he stays and they suck next year,
That
he's
better
gone.
that better be the condition that you better get the right coach. If we lose 6 games in a row like this next year, you're gone.
Well, see,
mid-season.
here's the tough part is like they need to start the coaching search now, and I understand they can't.
Who are you going to hire in the middle of the season?
No, I'm not saying hire them. You have to start the process of learning about coaches that could be yours, thinking about offensive coordinators, thinking about coaches that you could see. You have to.
I got
start,
news for you. This conversation started before the Denver game, probably because probably started with the Dallas game.
No, but okay. Here's
Meaning,
my.
all right, if
here's-
we go another way here at some
but
point, what are we looking to
here's
do?
my thing. If you're gonna end up firing the GM at the end of the year, fire him now because you don't want him being the one that decides your next coach. He's shown you he's not a good decision maker. He's shown you that. So if you're going to get rid of this guy at the end of the season, which I think is a big possibility, get rid of him now so the leadership, or
I guarantee you, they ain't firing him
at the end of the season.
at all. I think he's coming back. Because the other alternative is he talked this owner into believing that it's just the coach and he has not made any mistakes. That's the other possibility, and that's very possible.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
I think it's some of the bullshit
honestly,
picks this guy
think
has.
about this, America. How did this motherfucker survive the Saquon Barkley ordeal? No other GM would have survived that. No fucking way. No fucking way. That kid goes in the division, breaks every record in the book at the position, and then holds up the fucking Lombardi trophy. And that GM is still.
and now Daniel Jones.
Yep. Look what he's doing.
Hello.
Yeah.
I
Gone.
mean, now,
Gone. This fucker
now-
should
but
be
now
gone.
that, now that one, Daniel Jones leaving, that's fine. At that point, he
They-
needed to go. That one, I think, is more on Daboll.
Daboll failed to help.
Because-
well, the GM drafts the players too. They didn't help that kid. And again, they drafted Neighbors after they dumped Barkley. So it was like, oh, you're trading one for one. What if he had both? By the way, he's got both now in Indy.
Yeah.
How's he looking, dickheads? Okay. So, oh, by the way, Mac Jones in Frisco. How's he looking with a little help, Bill?
That's what I'm saying. I just,
Okay.
I can't believe
Most
Joe Shane
quarterbacks
is still there.
Listen,
Can't believe Joe
Patrick
Shane's still
Mahomes
there.
last year proved that even he is not Tom Brady.
Dude, but I'll tell you what.
He still had
Fucking
people. His numbers dropped.
Jackson Dart with number 2s, number 3s, number 4s can win games.
Yes, he can. If
He's
he,
proven it.
If he has the right coach.
Obviously. If he has a defense with half a
I'm saying,
Sack.
I believe, and Tomlin is depending on how Pittsburgh. If Pittsburgh crashes and burns with it, it looks like they might.
they get rid of Tomlin, you got to get Tomlin.
I think Tomlin would leave. I think they'd say, you can resign or we can fire you, and I don't want to say you're fired, so why don't you just resign and we'll give you a buyout? Because you deserve to go walk out of here without the fired label. But we got to go into the draft.
I'm trying to think.
And by the way, if I'm him, the Giants would be the first place I look. Who is set up right now? Them. And if they also have a top 5 pick, because this kid does not play another down this year, I don't think Jackson Dart has to prove anything else this year, because you know what's going to happen? He's just going to come back and get hurt more. There's no point. You're not going anywhere. You might as well play for a top 5 pick, because that's going to entice the best of the best coaches to come out of the woodwork to call you about this job. And you're going to have your pick of the litter. And then it's, does this GM fuck it up? Because he's going to make the decision. He is. He is. So I hope to God that at the end of the season he gets fired, but I don't think it's no.
Yeah, I don't know.
If they didn't fire him after the Barkley thing, they ain't firing him.
No. I mean, he traded for Burns. He drafted Dart.
He did draft these guys. He drafted Neighbors.
drafted Neighbors.
He got those right.
I don't
It's kind of
know.
hard. I mean, look, I understand.
He's also got just his mistakes are catastrophic. That's the
But
problem.
right now the mistakes are on the field. It's not about no talent in the fucking in the cupboard. It's this that their coach loses them games.
Yeah.
It's
But-
not about the GM right now.
but
The
there's-
coach is the one that's
there's
fucked this
there's
all
no
up.
Depth, though. There's
The
no-
coach is the one that has. Should they have won yesterday?
Yeah.
And no Scatterbo and no Neighbors.
Yeah.
And they should have won the game. Okay, that's not them. There's enough talent. It ain't the talent.
No, they only should have
it's-
won because of Jackson Dart.
He's still out there. At least he was.
The minute he got hurt, they lost the game.
Hey, well, again,
The minute he got hurt.
the thing is,
Russell
like,
Wilson comes in. What?
where's the
Russell
other,
Wilson?
Where's Winston? Is he
How?
gone?
No, he's third string.
Why haven't they put him in yet?
Because they're
He
fucking
couldn't
dumb.
possibly be this as bad.
He's much better. Russell Wilson comes in and acts like he's never played football.
What's
Dude, you are
Wetness.
a, 15-year vet? 12-year
14,
vet?
No, 14, I think.
14-year vet. You're telling me you are that much worse than a rookie quarterback. How?
I don't know.
I don't believe it.
I don't know.
What is going on
but,
with him?
They
He's so bad,
They
Brian
have
Daboll
lost-
didn't trust him to get a half yard at the
They have
goal.
lost 5 games this year because of their sideline. That's what I do know. And to
And
me,
their D-line.
And because the guy pulling the strings doesn't know how to deploy them.
Dude, they're
He doesn't.
Dude, their defensive coordinator. You know what I would do if maybe Arizona will crash and burn, and they'll fire that guy.
He'd be a good
He
choice.
was the old Philly D coordinator.
Yeah.
I would hire him. Remember when they went to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
And they had that record sack defense that didn't do shit in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That was a good defense.
Yeah, it was. I'm just saying, to me, the formula is get a defensive head coach with a whiz kid offensive coordinator. That, to me, is the way to go. Now, how the Giants do that is up to them, but the idea of Mike Tomlin, depending on if Pittsburgh nosedives, makes a ton of sense. Because if Pittsburgh does nosedive, and don't look now, they're nosediving, and Baltimore is breathing down their neck. They are one game back, and they have to play them twice. I would not want to be Schittsburg.
And Baltimore's going to beat them.
They're going to drub them.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is
Baltimore's defense actually.
Pittsburgh got bent over last night.
Oh yeah.
They
Baltimore's
couldn't do anything with
defense
the Chargers.
stood up this weekend.
The Chargers don't. They've got some players on defense, but I wouldn't call them an elite defense. They're good, but they're not great. They made Aaron Rodgers
yeah.
like fucking Bailey Zappi.
Like Jackson Dart lit up the Charger
Yeah,
defense.
I mean they made Aaron Rodgers look like Bailey Zappi last night. I mean, fucking
They had 2 picks.
hideous. Anyway, we'll take a break. We'll come back. Segment 2. Hey, college basketball has started, Thomas. It's here.
I haven't really looked.
It's here. The Booze Bag, or Boozer Brothers. Are
I
on
saw
display.
Incarnate Word playing the other night at
Yeah.
1 a.m.
There you go. Segment 2 coming right up.